Hello, I'm Dr. Brian. It's the Pen Drop. Welcome you back to this episode. It's episode 5. So we're going to talk about my writing a little bit more, and in particular, not going to talk about the educational stuff or the dissertation. This is more about what I write currently. So what am I doing? I kind of float between genres. I write in romance. Romance was the first story seed I had in my head, and I just wrote it. And I wrote 60,000 to 70,000 words and was like, it's done. I had a couple of people read it and they're like, it needs to be edited. We like your idea, but it needs to be worked on. I wrote a mystery novel about 50,000 words. That one is not finished. There's probably another 10,000 words to get that first draft, rough draft done. But it's a good story. I like that story. It's probably the one that would sell readily, I think, over the romance one. And not that the romance one's a bad one. It's just I read that kind of thriller mystery genre, and that's what I would go out and look to buy. I played around with baseball. I love baseball. Played. My son's an active player, so I get to coach a little bit there. I was watching a baseball game over the summer. Something popped up during the game. I was like, man, that's a neat idea. For most of the summer, I just documented ideas about the idea, and then in the fall, and particularly the last video where I talked about where I was writing 5,000 words that one day, that was on the baseball one. The baseball novel sits about 40,000 words. It's not complete yet. I need to go back in and add some stuff, about 30,000 more words. So it's about halfway done, but it's at a resting point right now. I needed to walk away from it, and you're going to find that happens a lot. You do need to walk away from some things because you kind of get fed up with it, or it's not going as well, or you're going real well and you kind of burn yourself out. What I also do is I write some short things, and my short stuff is between 10 and 15,000 words, so it's not really short stories, but it's not really a good novella length either. Those I self-publish. I put them out there. I'll put you a link to The Deadly Lady. That's the first one that I wrote. There's a couple others that have not been published but are being very close to getting out there. That's just me playing with the idea of writing and seeing what my story is, and do people like it? And I've got some very good feedback on The Deadly Lady. They like it. It's intriguing. I like to call it episodical fiction because it's really a huge story being told in these little chunks, and you get to see each chunk as you progress through. So that's what I'm writing right now. I am also working on a screenplay, and the screenplay is just something I've never done it. I'm fooling around with the format. I don't know if it's a good screenplay or not. I like the screenplay, and everybody who's read it is like, hey, you got a good starting point. So we'll see where the screenplay kind of goes. So I'm not writing one thing. I have irons and fires and all that, whatever that crazy stuff is. I've got it all over the place. So I'm writing a little bit of everything, and I do some nonfiction writing as well. But I hope you have some questions. Shoot us an email. Give us a video response. Tell us what you're writing, because that's a big thing. Is getting that discussion started with other writers so they can see what people are doing and how they're doing it. And can you do something in the same genre, a different genre, a little bit better, a little bit worse, whatever the case may be. But hit us up. Follow us on Twitter. Hey, go buy a copy of The Deadly Lady. Read it and tell us what you think about it. And until the next video, have a good one.